I've not listened to the 911 call.
Paging Adrian Rescue.
I don't like to because it was a very bad night.
Female, difficulty breathing. She's home alone.
Dispatcher Larry Rogers was on duty the night his friend and colleague Reagan Roloff called 911.
Reagan, you still there, babe? Yeah. All right. 201's outside. He's on the way in.
I knew it was Larry, so I knew it was going to get done wonderfully, and he was going to take care of me. He's kind of like a Papa Bear at work.
911 emergency.
Larry, it's Reagan.
Female said, Larry, this is Reagan. I need help.
I need an ambulance at my house right now.
What's wrong, Reagan?
I can't breathe.
I'm hunched over, like this, can barely move and barely talk.
Paging Adrian Rescue, 409 West 3rd. Female having great difficulty breathing and moving.
Within minutes, rescue workers reached Reagan and transported her to a nearby hospital.
When I went home at 4:30, Reagan was in surgery. I didn't sleep well that night. I caught myself shaking.
By that time, Reagan's fiancée, Lonnie, a local sheriff's deputy, was at her side. He had been out of town, preparing for their upcoming wedding. Both he and Reagan figured maybe she had a bad ulcer. About a week later, the doctor entered the room.
So I could tell right away when he walked in it was going to be bad news for some reason, and that's when he said, "You've got cancer."
Shocked.
Cancer had perforated the wall of her stomach. There was a chance it had spread throughout her abdomen.
I have a wedding in 4 weeks. I'm getting married in 4 weeks.
Reagan and Lonnie were not going to let this disease destroy their dreams.
We weren't going to change the wedding date. We were going to go on with it regardless.
All right, let's fix this.
They went to Mayo Clinic, where oncologist Robert McWilliams and surgeon John Donahue led the medical team who cared for Reagan.
We again started off with a look in the abdomen to see if there was any evidence of spread of the tumor away from the stomach itself.
There wasn't, but to make sure, Reagan started treatment with chemotherapy.
There are probably seeds of cancer cells out there that we can't see that the chemotherapy can treat. And the idea is if you give a little bit of chemotherapy before the surgery, you might decrease the size of the surgery you might have to perform.
1 week after round one, wedding bells.
Lonnie and I chose not to talk about it that day.
It was a day to celebrate love and their future.
The wedding ended up being fantastic.
But afterwards, their work began. 2 more rounds of chemo, then surgery, which involved removing 2/3 of her stomach. A section of small intestine was then attached to the remaining stomach, allowing her to eat with few restrictions. Even after surgery, there was concern that cancer may still be present.
Quite surprisingly, when the pathologist looked at all these slides, did not find any residual cancer.
Yeah, come on. Woo!
With treatment behind her, Reagan continues to get stronger. She's now cancer-free and back at work with Larry and the others she says are part of her work family. And together with Lonnie, she looks toward the future.
We want to start a family as soon as possible.
For Medical Edge, I'm Vivian Williams.